in. He's identifying, folks, this is Michael, but he's identifying today as Calvin. Michael, welcome to the Salcedo Show. Give us your defense of left-wing rhetoric against President Trump and why do you think the assassination attempts are justified?
Well, I agree with you. The rhetoric on the left is so violent and so disgusting. It's got to stop. Do you remember when Donald Trump made fun of Paul Pelosi being attacked? That was pretty funny, right?
When he made fun of Paul Pelosi. Now, what precisely did President Trump say about the Paul Pelosi attack?
I don't remember specifically, but
I don't either. I don't either. As a matter of fact, I think I remember President Trump pointing out the rather dubious circumstances under which that occurred. Under how at 2 o'clock in the morning, how a perfect stranger was allowed in, no signs of forced entry, was allowed into the Pelosi home. But again, I don't remember President Trump making fun of the attack on Mr. Pelosi.
Next time you wonder why you have no credibility, listen to what you just told me.
Well, I asked you specifically, Michael, to cite for me what President Trump said. You said you didn't remember. So who has the lack of credibility here? I don't recall him making fun of the attack on Paul Pelosi. You can't cite it for me. So again, your credibility, not really stellar at all to be criticizing me. I said, I don't remember any making fun of the Paul Pelosi attack. Now, what about the Democrats? Do you embrace, I know that you call up anonymously, so I know you won't go out in public and accept what your political party and your political ideology has done to our political discourse. But do you agree with MSNBC that if President Trump would just stop opposing you people, then maybe he wouldn't be shot at so much?
No, I don't really agree with that. I mean, it was clearly an inside job. Like, that's what disturbs me. And the way.
No, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. That's actually, that's borderline something I can actually, that intrigues me, because several people are wondering how this guy shows up, including the Sheriff Williams from William Snyder of Martin County. He's wondering how a guy shows up from outside of town, gets a rifle, and is able to post up for 12 hours, according to cell phone data, in the perfect position to shoot at Trump. And how did he know that there was going to be a golf outing that day? And,
I agree.
And you're saying that raises questions with you.
Yeah, tell me if you agree with my logic here. If you were going to assassinate Trump on a Sunday, the first thing you would do is you would camp out outside of a church, maybe a playground, because he's always taking his grandchildren to the park to play on the playground, maybe even a soup kitchen, because he's always donating his time to good causes. So a golf course is the last place I would go to stalk out President Trump. So clearly he had inside information to know to go to a golf course, especially his own golf course, to stalk him out. I would have been camped outside a church. Not that I would do something like that, but if I were.
Well, aren't you afraid that your proximity to the church might cause you to combust spontaneously? Sorry, Michael. I understand the tongue firmly planted in sheep.
Fool you are. Such a big fool.
Russell, why does he rub you so wrongly? I mean, he's
he's such a tool. He's such a tool.
I know, but listen,
and it's the biggest waste of airtime.
Dude, you look. I understand the feelings, but the reaction that you're giving him right now is exactly what they want. They want you angry. Everything that Michael just from his anonymous call to his rationale, he was basically saying, oh no, it's an inside job and I don't support it, while he indicated to you on the call that he did, as he took every opportunity to not tone down the rhetoric, to continue the same rhetoric that many believe is leading to no wonder No wonder Michael doesn't identify his real name. It's the same type of mentality, same type of rhetoric being ushered into the political discourse by Kamala Harris, by Beijing Biden, by the rest of them. Oh, yes, he's a degenerate. He's a Nazi. He's a threat to democracy. Same playbook. And folks, I think that's why we allow and we make left-wing callers, they go first, because they often make our case for us. Michael isn't courageous enough. Matter of fact, Michael, I was just asked about you by Chris X the other day. Chris X was wondering, you might want to give him a call. Although I hear on Chris X's program that he's grown tired of you. Unlike me, who knows the superiority of my worldview to yours. Unlike me, he just says, thank you for the fake call. I think what he wants is he wants you to be honest about who and what you are. And for me, I already know. I know precisely who and what you are. So, and like I said, I can use you to expose exactly what the left-wing Democrats are all about. You are the perfect Democrat, dishonest, a liar, and an individual who is supporting violence in our society by falsely characterizing your political opponents as something they're not, while you continue to hide about what you are. Michael, you are a gift that keeps on giving. You make the case to my audience better than anybody ever could about the danger that America is in, so long as Democrats and leftists are permitted to be in any positions of power and authority. That's why I condemn Dade Phelan and John Cornyn for their accommodation of you people. Back in a minute, the Salcedo Show on The Voice.